share this video with a friend.
These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise-wide. Its never-ending mission is to seek out new tax forms, to explore strange new regulations, to boldly go where no government employee has gone before.
It's a crime for me, hypothetically, to target you. If I'm a government employee and I target you based on your political beliefs under color of state law, that's a crime. If I am a government employee and I have a responsibility to keep your information confidential and I disclose it, that's a crime. If I'm a government employee on government time and I'm using my position to influence the outcome of an election, that's a crime.
Not only does the IRS take your money, not give you proper answers, and then when it comes to tens of millions of dollars, use it in a way that is, at best, maliciously self-indulgent.
Your work was as important to our survival as what we were doing.
Okay. I guess we all have our own responsibilities.
Exactly, little buddy.
If I don't file my tax return or extension by April 15th, is there any chance it will fall through the cracks and get ignored for 3 years?
I'm going to yield to Mr. Shulman on that one.
I'll yield back to Mr. George.
I dream someday I'd be rich and famous.
Me too. That's why I became a public servant.
So are you telling us you told this committee about the terms Tea Party, Patriot, and 912 being used in 2012? You instructed this committee that those things were being used in 2012. Did you ever communicate with anyone on the Oversight Committee or any member of Congress about that?
The gentleman may answer, but that'll be the end.
Yes, I did not have discussions with...
Of course you did.
I believe there's been a pattern by this administration in not taking responsibility for failures, avoiding blame, pointing the fingers in somebody else's direction. Would you agree with that?
No.
IRS personnel engaged in the kind of practices that have been reported on and were intentionally targeting conservative groups, then that's outrageous.
Shulman went 10 times, 20 times, maybe, right? 159 times, and that guy we just saw went once?
Once.
So in addition to making sure that we've got a new acting director there, we're also going to make sure that we gather up the facts and hold accountable and responsible anybody who was involved in this.
Why couldn't the president have also just known that this was coming without interfering?
Well, again, because it's a judgment, in this case, the judgment of the White House counsel that this is not a matter that you should or that she should convey to the president, and that was her opinion that she expressed to other members of the senior staff, that this is not the kind of thing when you have an ongoing investigation or an ongoing audit that requires notification to the president, because what is important is that we wait until that kind of process is completed before we take action, and that's what the president did.
Is this still America? Is this government so drunk on power that it would turn its full force, its full might, to harass and intimidate and threaten an average American who only wants her voice and their voices heard? Mr. Miller, who in the IRS is responsible for targeting conservative organizations?
So let me first say I cannot speak to a given case.
We are patriotic Americans. We peacefully assemble. We petition our government. We exercise the right to free speech. And we don't understand why the government tried to stop us. I'm not here as a serf or a vassal. I'm not begging my lords for mercy. I'm a born free American woman, wife, mother, and citizen. And I'm telling my government that you've forgotten your place. It's not your responsibility to look out for my well-being and to monitor my speech. It's not your right to assert an agenda. Your post, the post that you occupy, exists to preserve American liberty. You've sworn to perform that duty, and you have faltered.
Does the NSA collect any type of data at all on millions or hundreds of millions of Americans?
No, sir.
The NSA specifically targets the communication.
The fact is, we had 4 dead Americans. Was it because of a protest, or was it because of guys out for a walk one night who decided they'd go kill some Americans? What difference at this point does it make? It is our job to figure out what happened and do everything we can to prevent it from ever happening again, Senator. Now,
we shall loot the goods, the cannons, any animals, and anything else of value.
Were they denied requests for help during the attack?
Well, we are finding out exactly what happened. I can tell you, as I've said over the last couple of months since this happened, that the minute I found out what was going on, I gave 3 very clear directives. Number 1, make sure that we are securing our personnel and doing whatever we need to. Number 2, we're going to investigate exactly what happened to make sure it doesn't happen again. Number 3, find out who did this so we can bring them to justice.
What God is this?